Flyover States. Wrote this with a buddy of mine, Michael Dulaney. And this song was actually, when we wrote it, 8 years went by before it ever...
Come on.
Yeah, it was 8 years old. It was one of those songs that you put in your top drawer, you know, that's one of your favorites, that's uncut, and you've pitched it to everybody. In fact...
We were just talking
about it. He was doing some sides on Montgomery Gentry back in the day, and they were going to track it, and for whatever reason they didn't, and I wanted to publicly thank him for not. No, anyway, it was one of those deals where he was 8 years old, and I'm like, is this thing ever going to get recorded and get heard like I hear it, you know?
And so I think just to speak to Neil, like everybody had known that song in Nashville. Like all of us as songwriters, as peers, we all knew that song. We're like, man, that song is so awesome. If it finds the right, and that's kind of the gig too.
There weren't enough long-winded artists that could get through a verse of this song because it's got so many words. There's nowhere to take a breath. It may have been part of it. But finally, Jason Aldean, we pitched it to him, and he heard it like we did. And he'll tell you the story. They kept it on their bus. I think they had it for like an album or two before they ever recorded it. Whoa. And finally did it. And when they did, the magic happened. And he put it out, and it was a big old #1 for us.
I think of all the gems that are still out there, too. But the fact that this one sat for 8 years. And
I bet Jeffrey has 2 drawers full of gems that he still can't believe hadn't been cut yet.
Man, I'm grateful to you for writing this and for Jason for cutting it. Let's hear it.
Absolutely. Couple guys in first class on a flight from New York to Los Angeles, kind of making small talk, killing time, flirting with the flight attendants. 30,000 feet above, could be Oklahoma. Just a bunch of square cornfields and wheat farms, man, it all looks the same. Miles and miles of back roads and highways connecting little towns with funny names. Who'd want to live down there in the middle of nowhere? Well, they've never drove through Indiana, met the man who plowed that earth, planted that seed, busted his ass for you and me, or caught a harvest moon in Kansas. You'll understand why God made those flyover states. I bet that mile-long Santa Fe freight train engineer seen it all, just like that flatbed cowboy. Stack of U.S. steel on a 3-day haul, roads and rails under their feet. Yeah, that sounds like a first-class seat on the plains of Oklahoma, with a windshield sunset in your eyes like a watercolor painted sky. You think heaven's door it open, you'll understand why God made those flyover states. Take a ride across the Badlands, feel that freedom on your face, breathe in all that open space, and meet a girl from Amarillo. You'll understand why God made. Hell, you might even want to plant your stakes in those flyover states, yeah. Ooh, take a ride out, take a ride, take a ride.